But now in the second half, maybe his chance to finally score his first goal in the Premier League, and Diego Carlos doesn't miss as he scores his first goal for Newcastle, first goal in the Premier League as well. But could he score here from the corner, as it's a perfect looping header from Diego Carlos, and that's got to be the best header Diego Carlos has scored in this freaking series. I mean, sensational stuff. Diego Carlos is back. It's been a while since a My Player Career Mode episode, but yeah, we're getting back to this series as my exams are over. I've got more time to make content for you guys, and hence the My Player Career Mode series makes its return. If you guys want to see a My Player episode very soon, in like a couple of days or so, make sure to smash that like button. 350 likes and I'll try and get you guys an episode by Thursday, so go down there and drop a like, man. And apart from that, if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe for more FIFA 18 content. Now, to refresh your memory, as it has been a while since the previous episode, we are playing for Newcastle right now. If you haven't guessed that already, we signed from Barcelona B for about £20 million after Valverde was reluctant to give us a first team spot. We joined Newcastle, and oh boy, what a decision that has been, as it's worked out so well for us, as we've scored a couple of goals and gotten ourselves a couple of assists in the 4 Premier League games that we've played. And yeah, surprisingly, we are top of the league. That is just absolutely brilliant. And also, you can now see my stats right now. I am a 75 rated player, 21, and things are just going perfectly well. A lot of greens in those stats, but a few yellows as well, which we've got to improve by playing more and more and trying and getting better and better, scoring more goals and more goals. And the aim for this season is to try and finish top 3 in the top scorers for the Premier League. If we can achieve that, that is progress. That is some progress, as we are going to be trying and achieving that in a team like Newcastle, who don't really have the best of talents like the other big clubs. And apart from all that, we're going to be facing Sunderland. It is derby time. I know it's in the Carabao Cup, but we won't be getting an opportunity to face Sunderland apart from that, as they are not in the Premier League. So I'm going to relish that game. We're going to enjoy that. So we've got 4 games today. But apart from all the gameplay stuff, you guys know in the previous episode I talked about something called sponsorships, and guess what? It is happening. Diego has just received a mail or a message from both Nike and Adidas. So both of them want to, endorse Diego Carlos. They want him as their brand ambassador. Of course, these companies have a lot of brand ambassadors, and they want Diego to be one of them. They've seen his meteoric rise to success, at least so far. But I'm not going to let this one be my decision. It's going to be your decision. Who should we choose? Nike or Adidas? Depending on who you guys vote for, we're of course going to be wearing their boots. So make sure to click the I button on the top right of the screen to vote between Nike or Adidas. Who should we choose? In next episode, we'll begin contract negotiations with one of those companies. I wanted you guys to get involved with this series, so hence I'm doing it this way. We've also got ourselves a press conference, and this one is a bit of a dodgy question, and I don't know why. Kante has openly said that Diego Carlos is good, but not good enough for the Premier League. What are your thoughts on this? He will have to eat his words, because so far, 2 goals and a couple of assists in the Premier League, I'm proving to be Premier League material, and I wonder why Kante would say that. So when the Chelsea game comes, we've got to show Kante who's the boss, and I'm excited for that. But for now, let's move on. We've got ourselves a tough Premier League game in Bournemouth, but if you guys have any press conference questions to invent some storylines, make sure to leave the questions down in the comment section below. And well, something really weird happened in this game, because so far we've been playing as a centre forward in the 4-4-1-1 formation that the coach has deployed. But for this game, he decided to play me as the lone striker. Maybe it's because one of our teammates, John Guidetti, is injured. But you know what? I'll try and relish this opportunity, as I've always wanted to play as the lone striker for this Newcastle team. But it was tough, I was struggling to find spaces up front. I was drifting wide. I was getting out of position a lot. And yeah, it was a tough struggle, because I've been used to playing in that centre forward role, so it was tough. We do have a chance here to score. Begovic makes the save, and that's how the first half comes to a close. We couldn't really create that much, which was very frustrating. We've got ourselves a corner though. Ball finds its way to me. I volley this one, and it's a good attempt from Diego Carlos, but Begovic He's a beast, and we were struggling in this game to try and beat Begovic because he was so good. He has some good link-up play between Jose Perez and me, and then I take this one inside, then I twist the defender, go for the shot, which was probably not the best option. I do get a +1 in my long shots, which is always nice. Here I get the ball after John Joe Shelby plays the ball into me. Jose Perez now plays this one back into me. This could be a brilliant chance. And I put it straight towards the keeper, Begovic, with an easy save. I think the defender who came sliding into me kind of put me off there. Here's Jose Perez again. Again, a brilliant chance for Diego Carlos. But how is Begovic keeping me out, man? We should be leading this game 1-0. We've had an ample amount of opportunities. I don't know what's happening. Now in the 86th minute, this could be the chance to get the lead and make it 5 wins out of 5 in the Premier League. But the block from one of the Bournemouth defenders was too good and we couldn't beat him. And that is how the game comes to an end. A disappointing 0-0 result against Bournemouth. But the good thing is we are still top of the league. And after 5 games in the Premier League, it's 4 wins and 1 draw. So let's hope we can keep this kind of form and hopefully getting back to winning ways in our upcoming game, because our next game, it is a pretty big one. And in this game, if you would notice, look at this. 6 shots on target, and I think I've placed these shots pretty well. It was just not our day. You know those kind of days where the ball just wouldn't go into the back of the net? Well, this was that, and hence we couldn't score. I'm hoping Diego can get back to scoring ways come the next game, which is against Sunderland. Scoring against them will be epic. The fans will of course love me for that. You guys know the rivalry between Newcastle and Sunderland. This is the Carabao Cup, a chance for us to knock them out in the cup itself. I think we got to relish this. Again, I'm playing as the lone striker, and to be honest, I think I'm more comfortable in that centre forward role because I can drop deep, try and win the ball back and create from deep, and start my runs from there. So I've kind of got to adjust to this new role, which is proving to be a bit difficult. Let's see how this goes. Atsu plays this one into me, and that's a brilliant attempt from Diego Carlos. But the luck just wasn't there. The volley was brilliantly placed, but maybe too well placed as it hit the right side of the post and hence went out. Frustrating. And now Lee Catamol on the counter-attack, beating players like Messi. What is going on? It's Lee Catamol. I don't know how he's managed to do that, but luckily Sells there, who's been brilliant this season for us in the few games that he's played. He makes a good save then. Here's Diego Carlos linking up well with Joselu. Ball played out right to Atsu. He's ruined that. I was making a run inside the box. I probably would have scored if the ball would have been put into the back of the net. Here I'm creating again from deep. Of course, kind of drifting out of position once again. But Diego Carlos now with an awesome opportunity. Cuts inside with the fake shot. But how has the opposition's keeper kept that one out? I have absolutely no idea. Sunderland clinging on to this 0-0 result so far, because we've been creating all the opportunities and all the chances. But this could be it. Diego Carlos again creating from deep, but he gives it away. He wins the ball back, which is amazing. Joselu plays this one back into Diego Carlos, but what's he done there? Oh my god, the fans aren't going to love that at all. Diego Carlos could have potentially cost his team a place in the next round of the Carabao Cup there. Could be a chance now for Sunderland. The shot straight towards Sells, and he collects that one pretty well. But what is going on? We are kind of struggling now because I don't want this game to go to penalties. But maybe now. What a pass that is from Diego Carlos out wide to Armstrong. He puts the ball in. Not the best of crosses. To be fair, that was actually a good cross, but Oviedo did really well to intercept and clear the ball away. But now maybe a chance as Mbemba, who's our centre-back, wins the ball back. I play this one at Joselu, who plays it into Armstrong, and Armstrong finesses that one into the back of the net as Newcastle, against their bitter rivals, have scored in the 90th minute. And we progress to the next round of the Carabao Cup thanks to a goal from Armstrong. I can't always score. Sometimes it's got to be the teammates who step up. And this time Armstrong does get the job done, putting us into the lead. And hence we progress to the next round of the Carabao Cup, which is absolutely amazing. Rafa Benitez is going to be ecstatic after that result. The fact that it's Sunderland, the fact that it's a 90th minute winner, can't get any better against a team like them. 7.6 match rating for Diego Carlos, not bad at all. 37 touches. One thing I've noticed in the previous 2 games, Diego has been heavily involved, but in this game, my goodness, his shooting, most of his shots went out wide, so that was bad. Anyways, John Guidetti is recovered from his injury, which is nice. Maybe now I'll get back to the centre forward role that I've been wanting to play for quite a while, because I just think that role suits me. Because you've noticed Diego Carlos loves getting back, tracking back, winning the ball back, getting it forward, and then making the runs late into the box. So yeah, let's hope he will now be deployed by Rafa as a centre forward. So right now in the league, even though we've drawn our last game, we are still top of the league with 13 points, a point above Manchester City. We've got now a tough away game against Everton. You guys need to understand, it's Newcastle. We can't be winning every game. There's no way we finish as Premier League winners, so we've got to be realistic. So I'm hoping for at least a draw in this game, because it's Everton. We know they're a good team. It's going to be a tricky one, and I'm again playing as a striker. Guidetti not fully fit for this one. Diego plays this one into Christian Atsu, who has got the pace. He takes it wide. He cuts inside and plays the cross with his left foot. The header from, I think it was Joselu, who tried to get his head to it, but it didn't really work out, and the keeper does collect. Now it's Hoylet, who's a new signing. Hoylet, I think that's how you pronounce that guy's name. New signing for Newcastle this season. And I win the ball back in a great position. I get the shot off, and again the post. The luck just isn't there. Like last few games in the previous episode, we were scoring goals for fun against Man United, a brilliant header. But now it's just gone, man. The luck is just gone, and without luck you can't really do much, because all of my shots, most of them are being saved by the keeper ridiculously, or are hitting the post. I mean, something's just changed. We've got to try and change that. We've got to bring the luck back, as a brilliant ball's played into the box, and the shot from Joselu is decent, but Pickford miraculously keeps this one out as well. I have no idea what's going on, because we somehow are creating chance after chance, in fact solid chances, but the ball just doesn't go into the back of the net. This might be the chance. It hits the post again, and it's cleared off the goal line. As I said, the luck just isn't there. What is going on? We've had so many chances, but we couldn't beat Everton. This game, we deserve to win. I don't know how it's ended up in a draw. Man, what's going on? I had a lot less touches in this one, and it was fair to say a disappointing game by my standards, so I've got to improve. Player of the month goes to Valeri from Leicester City, as Leicester, I think, are first or second in the league, which is absolutely brilliant. I think we've dropped off because of the last two games we've drawn. Yeah, Leicester are second in the league, with Man City being first. Very, very interesting indeed. We've got now Spurs up next, which is obviously going to be a ridiculously tricky game. And I'm just going to train myself up, you know. Maybe that could help. Maybe a boost in my volleys and heading accuracy could come true, you know. You never know. So let's see what happens with that. I'm just hoping Nike or Adidas don't get up and watch these games, because, you know, the last few games that Diego's been playing, because they might change their mind, because, well, things aren't really going according to plan for Diego Carlos. But now, weirdly enough, Guidetti, who is an out-and-out striker, who's a number 9, he's being deployed as a number 10 in that centre-forward role, and I'm playing as the lone striker. Very, very weird. I mean, Rafa Benitez should know better. I've been playing so well in that centre-forward role, so why not just play me there? Really weird decision from him, as of course Spurs, the better team on paper, they're creating the more chances here. Harry Kane with a brilliant opportunity, but Lazar with a big block there. And that's how the first half comes to an end. Christian Atsu plays this one into Yedlin. Yedlin inside into Guidetti. This might be my chance. I go past one, try to go past another, do so successfully, but the pass just wasn't good enough. Here's Ben Davies now on the attack, maybe for Spurs. Finds Harry Kane, who's one of the best strikers in the world. We've got to be ready of him. Now Heung-min Son. Son gets the shots off. Not the best attempts, especially from that angle. He shouldn't be trying that. Could be a chance maybe for us. I played this one out wide to Aaron Lennon. Lennon back into me. This could be our chance, but I try way too much, and towards the end, Davinson Sanchez caught up, made the tackle. And that is how this game comes to an end. 3 straight draws in the Premier League. We only managed to win that FA Cup game. And we end this episode without a single goal from Diego Carlos, and that does not happen often. Maybe it's because of the new patch for this gameplay. I don't know why. I mean, we created so many chances for Diego, but the ball just wouldn't go in. In this game, no shots, but in the previous games, I feel like we should have scored. Getting some more training done, as I feel that could help. Next episode, we're gonna go hard. We need a goal, man. It's been a while since we've scored. This doesn't really help Diego Carlos's, you know, prospects of being top scorer in the Premier League and, you know, doing well in this competition and all. So yeah, next episode, we need a change. Anyways, we are still second in the league, so things aren't all that bad, even though we've drawn our last 3. The good thing is we aren't conceding, and we haven't conceded actually a single goal. And the main positive is that we are still unbeaten in the league, so we've got to keep that up. But that is pretty much it for today's My Player Career Mode episode. You guys know what to do. You've got to decide between Nike or Adidas, and depending on what you guys decide, we're going to be wearing that company's boots. So who should we sign the sponsorship with? Besides that, I know it's been a long time since the My Player Career Mode series, and I kind of thought of ending it because of the long gap. So if you guys want this series to continue, make sure to drop a like. 350 likes would be awesome. Follow me on Twitter to stay updated with the channel. Subscribe if you are new around here. And yeah, I will see you guys very soon with another episode of this series.